There are 7 signs that your culture in your biotech company is the thing that's holding you back from where you want to go. And in this video, I'm going to share with you what they are so that you can keep an eye out for them. And if you see any of them, you can start paying attention to the real underlying cause of the challenges that you're facing. My name's Tom Froggatt, and I'm the CEO of Singular. We're a consulting business, and we specialize in building brilliant teams and creating brilliant cultures for biotech companies around the world. The truth is, most biotech companies fail. And when they do, it's not because the science didn't work or the money ran out. Those are almost always symptoms rather than the underlying cause. The key differentiator between success and failure in biotech is building a team and creating a culture that enables you to overcome the setbacks that you will inevitably face. So, 7 key signs that you need to watch out for. And if you see any of these signs, start paying attention to your culture. The first and most common one that we see is that having gone to great effort and expense to assemble a group of absolutely brilliant minds, you're struggling to forge them into a real high-performance unit. And some of the things that you might be seeing when that happens are miscommunication, misalignment, politics, delays, mistakes, things that shouldn't be there in a group of individuals of this caliber. But not bringing in the right people and not putting them in the right environment will lead to these issues, and it'll also lead to missed milestones, angry investors, difficulty raising money, and difficulty delivering for your partners and customers the things that really count, which will all hold your programs back. Or it might be that you're finding it extremely difficult to find, recruit, and retain the right people. People who bring the niche skills that you undoubtedly need, as well as enhance your culture. And if that's the case, then you'll be spending a huge amount of wasted time, energy, and effort on hiring, onboarding, and training people who don't deliver, don't fit in, and just don't work out. Or you may be encountering a leadership issue, and that could be the leadership across the whole business, or it could be that your top-level executive team are strong and good at what they do, but the emerging leaders underneath them don't have the same level of capability. And while this is normal, what it means is that your best people, your most expensive resources, are having to be involved in every difficult conversation, every decision. And that is also disempowering the people underneath them who are trying to develop as you forge this team and try and move forward into the future. Think about it this way. If you had an incredible team and an environment in which they thrived, you'd be much more likely to overcome the challenges and setbacks that your programs face. And if you were doing that consistently and showing a track record of execution, then you're much more likely to be able to convince investors to commit to your company. As well as the time and energy commitment, often biotech leaders find it difficult to understand where to start with culture. It's such a broad, vague concept, and it's so difficult to pin down that knowing where to focus your attention and what action to take can be extremely difficult. Specifically in the biotech sector, every company goes through transitions. And those can be positive transitions, like raising money or going into the clinic, or they can be more challenging transitions like bad data readouts or downsizing and restructuring. But whichever tone of transition you're experiencing, they're all part of the journey. And when these transitions occur, what you do with your culture is incredibly important. And in these specific situations, there are 2 things that we typically see. The first is that leaders try really hard to retain the DNA, the essence of the company that made them successful. But without deliberate targeted action, they find the culture shifting. And often they're stuck running a company that they wouldn't have chosen to be a part of in the first place. Or they're trying to evolve the culture, they're trying to move it forward, but the team are stuck in old ways of working that just don't get them where they need to go. So if you're experiencing any of these 7 challenges, then it's absolutely imperative that you start to take action on your culture today. Typically, culture change is not a quick win, but it's incredibly important. So the sooner you start, the sooner you'll see the positive results, and the sooner these challenges will start to move off your desk. Now, to help with that, at Singular, we've developed a 7-step framework called the Building Blocks of Brilliant Culture that makes culture tangible and enables our clients to see precisely where to focus their attentions and what actions to take as they begin to create an environment that makes them the few who succeed rather than the many that fail. Now, the team and I at Singular love the work that we do, and the reason we're so passionate about it is that over the years, we've worked with so many people and companies, incredible people and companies that genuinely could have changed the world. But too many of them have failed. And when they have, their research has been left on the shelf and hasn't made it to the people that really need it. So we're absolutely committed to making as many biotech companies as possible successful so that they can make the world better and change the lives of the people they serve. So if you'd like to understand exactly where your culture is today, how to overcome the challenges that you're facing, to define the culture that you want to create to be successful, and to map out the steps that you need to take to get there, then get in touch with us. We'd love to show you just a little bit of what all our clients experience, absolute clarity and confidence in how to build a culture that really drives their success.